Hello students. Now in the last lecture, in the last video, we have done linear equation into variables. So let us continue the next topic of the same chapter, linear equation into variables. Now in this chapter, the next topic which we are going to study is equations reducible to linear equation. Now, equations reducible to linear equation means what? Reducible means, student, as you can see here, we have two equations with us. The first one is 2 upon x minus 3 upon y equal to 15. We'll mark this as equation number 1. Second, 8 upon x plus 5 upon y equal to 77. We'll mark this as equation number 2. Now, the first thing we will check is this a linear equation? So the answer is no, it is not a linear equation. Why? Because linear equation is having a condition that the degree of the equation should be 1. And when we look here in this equation 2 upon x, 2 upon x, we have to bring the variable up in the numerator. So when we do that, students, we get 2 upon x is nothing but 2 upon x. 2 upon x. When we bring the numerator, when we bring the variable up to the numerator, it is 2x. It becomes 2x raised to minus 1. We apply here the law of indices. The law of indices which we have studied, which says that one of the law was 1 upon a raised to m is equal to a raised to minus m. Whenever the term comes, whenever we shift the term from the denominator to the numerator, the sign of the index will change. So here 2 upon x is nothing but 2x raised to minus 1. Since the index is having negative sign, we cannot say that 2 upon x minus 3 upon y is a linear equation. It is not a linear equation because of the minus 1. So hence we have to convert this equation into a linear form. And that part where we convert is called as reducible to linear equation. Now, how to do that, students? We have to look at the denominator of both the equation. Equation 1, equation 2. And here we can see that both the denominators are same, upon x, and the next variable is also same, that is upon y, upon y. So we are going to convert, we are going to assume that let 1 upon x, let the denominator 1 upon x. So our next step, students, is let 1 upon x equal to any other alphabet. Any alphabet we can use except the same one, that is x and y. We cannot use the same variable. It is already there in our sum. So here I am taking let 1 upon x equals to a and 1 upon y equals to b. 1 upon x equal to a and 1 upon y equal to b in equation 1 and 2. So we are substituting here, students. In the place of 1 upon x, we will write a. So here, let us see the detailed part of this. 2 upon x. 2 upon x. In the next step, when we substitute, it becomes 2a. Now, many of the students, they think that 2 upon x will become 2 upon a. No, students. We are not substituting x equal to a. We are not writing a in the place of x. We are not doing this. We are writing a in the place of 1 upon x. Now, this means that 2 upon x, 2 upon x can also be written as 2 into 1 upon x. Now, this complete 1 upon x will be substituted by a. So 2 into as it is and 1 upon x will be substituted by a. Hence 2 upon x becomes 2a. I hope you have understood this part. So 2 upon x is 2a, students. So when we substitute, we get the equation as, the next two equation as 2a minus, the same way we'll substitute 1 upon y. 1 upon y, in the place of 1 upon y, we'll write b, small b. So the next step here, our next two equations are, therefore 2a minus 3b equal to 15, and we'll mark it as the third equation, equation number 3. The next one is 8a plus 5b is equal to 77. Now these are our two linear equations. Now as I have taught you how to solve simultaneous linear equation simultaneously by elimination method, the same method we are going to follow here. We'll observe the terms. We'll observe the terms A and B, and we'll see which one is exactly same. Now neither A is same nor B is same. Now, the next question we'll ask ourselves is, which variable, which term we can easily make it same. So it is 2a, students. 2 when multiplied by 4 will give us 8a. So we are going to multiply 2a by 4. Can you multiply only 2a? No, we need to multiply the entire equation. So our next step is multiplying third equation throughout by 4. Multiplying equation 3 throughout by 4. Multiplying equation 3 throughout. Throughout means each term we are multiplying by 4. Throughout by 4. So the next step what we get? We get, therefore 4 multiplied by 2a minus 4 multiplied by 3b equal to 4 multiplied by 15. Therefore, it gives us 8a minus 12b equal to 60. This is our equation number 5. Now, in equation 4 and 5, we have one term exactly same, that is 8a and 8a. So, in the next step, we will subtract those equations. 8a is having positive sign. The next 8a is also having positive sign. So, same sign. 8a is having same sign. Same sign, then what to do? Subtract. All these things I have taught you in the previous videos. So if you don't know how to solve it by elimination method, I will advise you to go to my previous video and check the elimination method. Here we are writing subtracting equation either 4 from 5 or 5 from 4. Subtracting equation 4 from 5. Subtracting equation 4 from 5. Now we'll start from equation 5. It is 8a minus 12b equal to 60. The second, it is 8a plus 5b equal to 77. Now in subtraction we change the sign. So here plus 8a will become minus 8a, plus 5b will become minus 5b, and plus 77 will become minus 77. And let us subtract. So 8a will get cancelled. Minus 12 minus 5 will give us minus 17b. And 60 minus 77 will again give us minus 17. So here we can cancel this minus cancel. 17 is getting multiplied in the LHS. It will come in the RHS and multiplication. 17 into will become divided. Multiplication will change into division. So we get b equals to 17 upon 17. Therefore, b is equals to 1. Now, once we get the value of b, students, the next step is to get the value of a. So we may substitute b equals to 1 in any equation which is having a and b both. Here we are substituting in the fourth equation. So substituting b equals to 1 in equation 4. In equation 4. We'll copy equation 4 as it is. That is 8a plus 5b is equal to 77. So therefore 8a plus 5b. So 5 into 1 equal to 77. Therefore 8a plus 5 will go that side. It will become minus 5. Therefore 8a is equal to 77 minus 5. 77 minus 5 is 72. Therefore, A is equals to 72 upon 8. Therefore, A is equals to 9. Hence, we got A ka value and B's value. Therefore, in the next step, we will resubstitute the values of A and B. Our final thing is to find X and Y. Resubstituting values of A and B. Resubstituting values of A and B. We'll divide our page into two parts here. One part will find A, and second, in the one part we'll find X, and in the second part we'll find Y. So what was A? 1 upon X. So 1 upon X equals to A, and here 1 upon Y equal to B. Therefore 1 upon X equal to 9, which is nothing but 9 upon 1, and 1 upon Y equals to 1, which is nothing but 1 upon 1. Now we will take the reciprocal of both the sides. We can also term it as by invertendo. So it is therefore X is equal to 1 upon 9, and here Y is equal to 1 upon 1, that is 1. Our final answer. Therefore X is equals to 1 upon 9 and Y is equal to 1. I hope you have understood this method, students. If any doubt, you can write me in the comment section. Thank you very much.